Let's get straight to it. Number 10, the Wayback Machine. You know how the internet never forgets? That's not entirely true. Websites delete things constantly. Articles get edited. Politicians scrub old statements. Companies bury embarrassing press releases. There's a website that keeps all of it. The Internet Archive's Wayback Machine has been taking snapshots of the entire internet since 1996. Over 800 billion web pages saved and counting. Type in any URL, pick a date from a calendar, and it shows you exactly what that page looked like on that day. Politicians have had old campaign promises resurface this way. Companies have had embarrassing blog posts quietly removed, only to find a perfect screenshot sitting on the Wayback Machine the whole time. It's run entirely by a nonprofit, completely free, no login required. The internet pretends it can erase its own history. This website is proof that it can't. Number 9, the property records hack. You know that house you grew up in? The one your parents sold 20 years ago? You can pull up exactly what it sold for, what it's worth right now, and what it looked like the last time it hit the market, photos included. In the US, property sales are public record, county by county. Most people never bother checking because it used to mean walking into a records office. Now it's a search bar. Type in nearly any American address, and you'll get an estimated value. The full sale history going back decades, square footage, property taxes, and how many days it sat on the market. Curious what your landlord actually paid for the building you're renting? Curious what your childhood home is worth today? It's all sitting there free, no account needed. Nothing about this is illegal. Your money and your neighbor's money were never really private to begin with. This site just finally put the file cabinet online. Number 8, the global radio dial. Somewhere in Lagos right now, a DJ is mid-sentence on air. You can drop in and listen live for free from your couch. Radio Garden is an interactive 3D globe covered in thousands of tiny green dots. Each one is a real radio station broadcasting live at this exact moment. Click a dot on a tiny island in the Pacific, or a small town in Siberia, or a favela station in Brazil, and it streams instantly. No download, no login. A Dutch media lab built it as a kind of digital passport, a way to eavesdrop on the actual sound of a place you'll probably never visit. Flip through enough stations, and you start hearing things you'd never find on Spotify. Call in shows in languages you don't speak. Local news about a flood 2 continents away. Music that never made it past its own city limits. It's the entire planet's radio waves, collapsed into a single spinning globe you can click through in your pajamas. Number 7, the political money tracker. Ever wonder why your senator voted against something that seemed like an obvious yes? OpenSecrets can probably explain it in about 30 seconds. It's a nonpartisan, nonprofit database that tracks the money flowing through American politics. Every campaign donation, every political action committee contribution, every lobbying dollar spent, all tied directly to the politician and the industry that paid for it. Search any member of Congress and you'll see their top donors ranked by dollar amount, which industries fund them the most, and how their personal net worth has changed since they took office. No ads, no subscription, just the paper trail sitting there in plain sight. It doesn't prove corruption on its own, but it does give you the financial context behind a vote. You can draw your own conclusions instead of just taking a headline's word for it. Number 6, the ship tracker. Flight Radar 24 lets you track every plane in the sky. Fewer people know the exact same thing exists for the ocean. Marine traffic pulls live location data from tens of thousands of ships worldwide, cargo vessels, oil tankers, cruise ships, all broadcasting their position through a tracking system called AIS. Click any ship and you get its name, flag, speed, cargo type, and exactly where it's headed. Around 90% of everything traded globally moves by sea, almost entirely invisible to the average person, until it isn't. When a massive container ship got wedged sideways in the Suez Canal in 2021 and jammed one of the world's busiest trade routes, millions of ordinary people watched it happen live on this exact website, refreshing a stuck boat like it was a sports score. The entire floating backbone of the global economy, tracked in real time for free. Number 5, the weather map that pilots use. This one isn't built for casual users. It's built for pilots, sailors, and paragliders making actual life or death calls, and it happens to be free for everyone else too. Windy.com layers live wind patterns, storm systems, rainfall, and wave height onto a hyper-detailed animated map of the entire planet. It pulls from multiple professional forecasting models at once so you can compare them side by side. You can watch a hurricane spinning 3 days before it's supposed to make landfall, or check the exact wind speed at the summit of a mountain you're about to climb. Most people check a weather app that gives them a single number and a cartoon cloud. This one gives you the same data meteorologists and commercial pilots are actually reading. Animated in real time, completely free. Number 4, the disposable email. Every website wants your email before it'll give you anything. A discount code, a free download, an article behind a soft paywall. Hand over a real address, and you're signed up for spam forever. Temp Mail generates a working, disposable inbox instantly. No sign-up of your own required. It can actually receive real emails for a set window of time, long enough to grab your verification code or your one-time discount, and then it quietly self-destructs. Companies build their entire marketing budget around owning your real email address forever. This website exists specifically to hand them a fake one and walk away clean. One catch: never use it for anything you'll need to recover later, like an actual account or a password reset, because once that inbox expires, whatever was sent to it is gone for good. Number 3, the federal court records hack. Federal court records in the U.S. are, by law, public documents, but the government's own system for accessing them, called PACER, charges 10 cents a page to view them. A single case file can run into hundreds of pages. Researchers, journalists, and defense attorneys have spent actual thousands of dollars just reading documents that are technically already theirs to see. CourtListener, run by a nonprofit called the Free Law Project, quietly fixes that. It offers a free browser extension called Recap that automatically donates a copy of any court document you pay to view straight into a public, searchable archive. The next person never has to pay for that exact page again. Over the years, that archive has grown into millions of federal court filings, judges' opinions, and case motions. All free, all searchable by name or case number. Journalists have used it to dig up buried lawsuits and evidence in cases companies clearly hoped would stay expensive to find. It's not a loophole. It's completely legal. It's just a government paywall that a nonprofit decided to make obsolete. Number 2, the breach checker. Somewhere right now, an old password you thought was private is sitting in a leaked database from a hack you never even heard about. Have I Been Pawned lets you type in your email and instantly cross-references it against billions of records pulled from real, confirmed corporate data breaches. LinkedIn, Adobe, Yahoo, and hundreds more. It doesn't guess. It tells you exactly which specific breach exposed you and what was leaked, sometimes your password, sometimes your phone number. It was built by a security researcher named Troy Hunt, and it's now used by governments, banks, and cybersecurity teams as a standard checking tool. Statistically, if you've had an email address for more than a few years, there's a very good chance you'll get a hit. It takes 5 seconds to check and about 5 minutes to feel genuinely unsettled by the answer. Number 1, the device search engine. Google indexes web pages. Shodan indexes devices that are publicly accessible. Every internet-connected camera, baby monitor, industrial control panel, router, and traffic system it can find. A disturbing number of them still use weak or default passwords. Security researchers openly call it the scariest search engine on the internet, and they mean it as a compliment because cybersecurity professionals use it every day to find exposed systems before criminals do. It's not locked away in some hacker forum. It's a mainstream, publicly indexed website with a free account tier anyone can sign up for. It's become a genuine tool for security teams and researchers to spot exposed systems, from unsecured routers to entire industrial control panels, before someone with bad intentions finds them first. The modern world quietly wired itself into one giant searchable network. Shodan didn't build that network. It just built the map that shows you exactly where the doors were left unlocked. That's it for this video. More on the way. Subscribe to catch them.